Now at 10, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
A different kind of summer cookout was held in New Britain today. This one had all the same food as your typical backyard barbecue, but with a deeper meaning behind it. Good evening. Thanks for joining us here in the Fox 61 News at 10. I'm Sarah Sanchez. This event was held by friends and family members to honor Catherine Cologne. Catherine died after being hit by a police cruiser nearly 2 years ago. Officials say the officer behind the wheel of the police cruiser that hit Catherine was speeding. He also didn't have his emergency lights or sirens on. But last year, investigators found there wasn't enough evidence to charge that officer with manslaughter. Fox 61's Kay Pattyfoot has more from that cookout in New Britain, while her family still fights for justice.
It's been almost 2 years since the death of Catherine Cologne in the city of New Britain, but family members, friends, and loved ones have not stopped with their quest of justice. That's why they hosted this community cookout as a way to give back to the community the same way she would have.
Happy birthday, dear Catherine. Happy birthday to
A birthday wish for a beloved family member. Loved ones remembered Catherine Cologne on the day she would have turned 42 years old. Family and friends gathered for a community cookout Sunday, remembering her fondly almost 2 years after her death.
I just miss her presence, the sound of her voice, her laugh.
I really miss her comfort. I'm going to my senior year of college, and I feel like right now is such a monumental time for me. So I think right now it'd really feel nice to have her, especially on her birthday where we always celebrated her.
On September 21st, 2023, police say Cologne was crossing West Main Street in New Britain when she was hit by a police cruiser being driven by Officer Connor Reinsch. Cologne didn't make it. A report from the state's attorney office stated Officer Reinsch was responding to a burglary call. The report said Officer Reinsch was speeding and did not have his emergency lights or sirens on. But the report also showed Cologne had a number of substances in her system at the time of the crash. The state's attorney's office did not charge Officer Reinsch in Cologne's death, despite numerous calls from the community to do so. Cologne's daughter said they put on this cookout to give back to the community just like their mother would do.
She was always about giving back to her community, giving her clothes off her back to people who needed it the most, even if she needed it.
My mom was a very honorable community member. She was someone who gave to others constantly in any way that she could.
She helped me and my husband get food for the house when we first moved to New Britain, and I would always be grateful for her for that.
The cookout had everything you could think of: food, toiletries, water, games, and activities. Family members say they just want Catherine to live on even if she's no longer here.
We hope that people will learn about who Catherine was and that we get justice for Catherine, and also to know that the family is here and they're always going to be here to speak her name and to educate people on the injustice that happens to Catherine Cologne.
Family members tell me they want Officer Reinsch charged with manslaughter, but until that happens, they'll continue holding community events just like their mom would have wanted. In New Britain, Kay Pattyfoot, Fox 61.
The time now is 10:04, and we have some breaking news out of Idaho. 2 people are dead after firefighters were ambushed and shot at on the scene of a brush fire. And authorities say fire crews and police are still actively being shot at. This is happening in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. That's a town about 40 minutes east of Spokane, Washington. Specifically, the Canfield Mountain Natural Area, which is a 24-acre park on the east side of the city there. Police do not know if they're dealing with one or more shooters. Several firefighters have also been injured. We don't know if the people killed were firefighters right now, but we're closely monitoring the situation. We'll bring you updates throughout the night. Here at home, a person had to be flown by helicopter to a hospital after they crashed their car into a pole. This happened in East Hampton early this morning, around 5 a.m. Police tell us the person hit the pole so hard the driver was thrown through the windshield. They have serious injuries. We don't know their condition, though. The crash is under investigation. A stabbing in Waterbury left one man dead and another hurt. Police responded to Washington Street around 9:30 last night. They found a man outside with multiple stab wounds. He later died at the hospital. Officers also found another man with serious cuts to his face. He's out of the hospital tonight. Detectives are investigating the case as a homicide and working to find their victim. Or find their suspect, that is. New Haven police say a Hampton man was shot driving his car early this morning. They called it a targeted attack and say it happened on Bassett Street around 2:45 in the morning. Police found the 23-year-old driver and his passenger a block away from his car, which crashed into a tree. The man is expected to survive. Police think he was chased by another car at the time of the shooting. Any witnesses are asked to come forward and contact police. Well, it was a stunning Sunday out there. I just enjoyed it. And we'll crank up the heat tomorrow. You know, Rachel, was one of those days. It was so nice because I think the humidity dropped, the sunshine was out. It was perfect.
Yeah, and I think tomorrow will be very similar. A little bit of humidity, but not too much. And we're going to dial up the heat just a little bit more. We are tracking the potential for thunderstorms on Tuesday. And I know Sarah is going to notice this as well. It turns soupy, very humid on Tuesday. So enjoy this little dip while it lasts. Right now, temperatures are in the 70s, upper 60s for Windham and also for Torrington. And we'll see overnight lows staying in the 60s as we head towards daybreak tomorrow. Tomorrow, we'll see plenty of sunshine. It's a warm start to the day. We're already in the 60s when you're waking up in the morning. By lunchtime, temperatures are in the mid 80s, and we'll see high temperatures between 85 to right around 90 degrees. And it looks like as we head through Tuesday, we'll see a few chances for showers and storms, likely one round early in the morning, a break. Clouds will break for sun. It'll turn very warm and very humid. And then we'll see another chance for scattered thunderstorms in the afternoon and the evening. And some of those could be strong. We'll take a closer look at that, plus an early look at your 4th of July forecast coming up in just a bit. Sarah.
Thank you, Rachel. No one was hurt, but a boat was on the rocks all day after a crash off Clam Island near Branford. Take a look here. The person piloting was thrown into the Long Island Sound after he hit a sandbar. The boat crashed into a rock. We're told by the Branford Fire Department the man was rescued and brought to shore by people on another boat. The boat was recovered with no oil leaks, and the fire department says there was no environmental issues to report. No injuries after a bedroom fire this morning in Brookfield. Take a look here. This happened at the home on Lexington Drive around 7:30. The fire was on the 2nd floor, and firefighters quickly put it out. The cause is under investigation. An alert out of Suffield now. A portion of Copper Hill Road is closed over concerns the road isn't structurally sound in some areas. The stretch between Phelps Road and Stratton Farms Road is closed. The Department of Public Works is concerned concrete culvert pipes could be compromised. So traffic is closed for the time being while crews assess, except for people who live on the road. They can't get to their homes. See, police need help here. They want to identify the trio you see on your screen right now. Troop B in North Canaan says these 3 are wanted in connection to a suspicious incident at a home in Barkhamsted. That's all the information they're giving us, though. If you can help identify these 3 people, give Troop B a call. And new tonight, these Waterbury organizations are joining together to help spread some goodwill to people who are struggling. Fox 61's Joe Monty introduces us to those groups while they set out to make a difference in their community.
Volunteers from Feed Me Ministries and Lady of Love, 2 Waterbury organizations, gathered at the corner of East Main Street and Wolcott Street to feed and pray for those in need.
We feed the people faith. We feed them in the spirit, and then we feed them in the natural with natural food.
Danielle D'Amico with Feed Me Ministries says she and her organization have set up on this Waterbury Street corner for the last 4 years. They come ready with prayer, music, and lots of food. D'Amico says all the food is donated, and some days they serve hundreds of people, sometimes with more than just a meal.
We've gotten people into different programs who are drug addicted. We help with toiletries. Above all, we give God all the glory because that's why we're here each week.
D'Amico says 4 years ago, her oldest daughter lost her father to an overdose. She was on Facebook and saw people who were addicted to drugs suffering on the streets. She came to her mother with that video, and that's when everything changed.
The Lord spoke to me and said, they won't go into the building to get help. You have to go out there and get them. And this was the area that that video was. So the Lord was preparing me and preparing the land from day one. And that's why we're here on this stretch of land, which is 777 East Main Street in Waterbury.
And they're not alone in this mission. Sharon Porter and her husband, Daryl, founded the Lady of Love organization in 2013. Porter was on dialysis and a woman gave her a new kidney and a new chance at life. Porter called her the Lady of Love and founded the organization in her honor. Now she spends every day giving back, many of those days alongside Feed Me Ministries.
She was brave enough and dedicated enough to give me her life, so I had to give life back to someone else.
Her husband can't believe how hard she works to help people.
Sharon is truly a superwoman. In the midst of donating bread, hygiene products, taking phone calls in the middle of the night, I mean, I really, truly don't see how she do it, so it gotta be God.
Porter gives away bread that's donated by local businesses 3 times a week, so many have dubbed her the Bread Lady.
And this just means so much to know that I'm blessing someone else. As long as I'm blessing someone, if I could bless one, I bless 1,000. So I'm just grateful that God's given me the opportunity to do what I do on a weekly basis.
Feed Me Ministries does the same event here at the corner every week. Lady of Love partners with them once a month, but also helps those in need around Waterbury at all hours of the day and night. In Waterbury, Joe Monti, Fox 61.
It was a big weekend for dozens of young, aspiring firefighters. The State Fire Academy held a graduation ceremony yesterday, celebrating 28 cadets who completed an intense introductory training program. The course is designed for teens ages 14 to 17, giving them a hands-on look at the skills and teamwork it takes to serve in the fire service. Cadets came from all across the state and spent the week learning the basics from radio use to ladder operations. They wrapped up with a live fire demonstration showing their families just how far they've come. And we caught up with the cadets last week when temperatures hit a boiling point. They told us extreme heat goes hand in hand with the job, and it showed them what they'll face on the front lines. One of the squad leaders said the training course is challenging and gave this message to the next batch of future firefighters.
It's very rewarding. You feel very accomplished each day, and they just train you so hard to work hard, and you feel great about yourself and powerful.
These 28 cadets have the opportunity to push further. They completed the introductory course, and now there is a week-long advanced training course available to them.